They'll be calling you a radical. So the happy furry hairy hacktivists have hacked INL from hell on the highway to hell. So I don't think people can connect the dots. They're just, I mean, this country's so unconscious and so pathetically freaking, well, they can't think anything through. Mission accomplished. How did they do it? One by jet stream, two by cable TV. So why would they say they want the hybrid between a female and a cat? They're mocking the fucking whole scamockery of the SMR fairy tale, as I call Unicorn Easter Bunny. They roll out every single they can find. Easter Bunny, Unicorn, Tooth Fairy, Mermaid, Half Nuke. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. So these lunatics called the nuclear energy crime scum, and their fairy tale. Nuclear energy. I see an article in Portugal. Oh, it's going to come. You're right. It's all about the money. Don't you get that? Oh, Santa Susana, don't you cry for me. I came to Utah with a love from Santa Alfari. Do you know about Santa Susana? I mean, you live in L.A. and don't know about Santa Susana. I mean, well, people don't want to know. I mean, oh, what's that? There's an Easter bunny right there. So the hacktivists hacked in and disclose everybody who works there, all the money, where, blah, 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 blah. So do you know about Nuscale? The little SMR fairy tale here in Psychoville, Utah. I'm born and raised here. I'm 7th generation here. The place has gone completely insane off their rocker. And if you don't think they're completely off their rocker, you don't know anything about Tim Ballard. I mean, how can this, I mean, so here's Utah sending, these Utahns are so off their rockers. The Reyes connection, what's that? What? Sean Reyes, the Attorney General here. He told me right at the Bear River Massacre that he's no relation to Jose Reyes. Now, who's he? Idaho National Lab. He worked there with Christina, who became head of the NRC, who gave them a license. They work, what? They work together? Yep. On the government dime, he goes to Oregon State and starts him a company. Oregon company, 100% funded by Utah. And they rip us off, and people just, okay, we got ripped off. They take the company public. They insider sell all the stock when they know they don't have one. It's a fairy tale. It's an easy. So like I've said for years, you want SMRs? I'll tell you what. You want nuclear power? I'll tell you what. Why don't you book your trip with Kevin Blanche right here? I live on the edge of the Great Salt Lake, and we'll go out there salmon fishing, king salmon. We'll go out there mermaid fishing. We'll go out there blue marlin fishing. Okay? You know, well, you live in your fairy tale. Why not you live in your fairy tale? So you're going to catch as many salmon here as you are in Oregon. Or how about Washington? They refuse to close. I mean, post-Fukushima, see no nuclear energy, speak no, hear no. So they hacked them. They're mocking the whole insanity and madness of the United States government, funding billions, if not trillions, to the propaganda machine called nuclear energy. These guys never had no SM. I was up there multiple times. Remember they had the brand new floor sign, and then I went up there and went crazy about the sign. The next thing I'm up there all the time at the bar of Oklahoma City. I'm there constantly. You know, my friend from here bought it. He owns the whole town. You know, all 3 vacant buildings. And they just looted. And then Floor Construction backs out, and nobody even holds them accountable. They were involved. I mean, so these guys are like, okay, we'll stop when you go ahead at Idaho National Lab, and, you know, they've signed a deal with Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Oh, okay, all right. The Manhattan Project on Balco, on fairy tales, on freaking Pay the Dragon Slayer. Pay the Dragon Slayer. The whole world is woke up finally, and onto these fucking oligarchs, and fuck, they've infiltrated everything. They own all the fucking media. They own the fucking internet. Kevin Blanche, the greatest accomplished activist in the history of the state of Utah, maybe in the country. What funding do I get? None from Utah, and I'm born and raised here, trying to save you on the hill for usury, as I said for years. This is for the big kids. So that's why they did it. They're calling out the insanity of the fucking money flowing into this fairy tale. There are no SMRs. You know, Idaho National Lab right there. Arco, Idaho. Remember I left my friend, close friend that I fought cancer with, leukemia, balls, obituary with Allison McFarland, head of the NRC, in that hearing. I says, he grew up right there. He grew up at Arco, Atomic City. You know they had a testing an SMR in 1961 when it blew up that pill. He knew that's what got him. I was in the bone marrow transplant at LDS with 2 guys from Arco. Johnny was in there with me. You know, they both died. You know, and so it just goes away. Radioactive. You don't even know. The greatest nuclear disaster in the history of the United States, 3 Mile Island. No, that was bad, and they lied. Lake Barrett's cleaning up Fukushima. The same guy that covered that up. Maybe we can wait for Netflix to come out 44 years later and make a documentary. I see he's bought my ski resort up there, Powder Mountain. Oh, God. So our furry friends, our happy furry friends, have hacked. And we'll see where they go next. You know, don't you see that this is all a sham? It's free money. They turned on the spigot on the Manhattan Project. Oh, Uppy. I like how you love old Uppy. Yay, old Uppy. When even freaking Einstein never wrote that letter. Leo wrote that letter to FDR that turned on the spigot. Teller's car. Teller drove him there to Einstein's house and worked on him and twisted his arm for 3 days before he got him to sign it. He said it was the biggest regret in the history of his life. And that's including marrying his own cousin. You know, I'm a big Einstein fan, but his life was a mess. Do not kid yourself. But his intuitive mind, he was on it. He was a Quaker. He was a peace activist. Even they all said, don't drop it, don't drop it. Everybody said, don't drop it. Except old Uppy and Truman. Old Uppy, he wanted to be famous and live in infamy. Oh, he lives in infamy. For now I become destroyers of worlds. You know he died very young of cancer. You do know that. Yeah. They all did except for Teller. The new Sam Altman at Stanford. Teller's part at Stanford? Yep. Elizabeth Holmes, Stanford. Semi-Am the crypto scam, Stanford. What? Remember Elizabeth Holmes, got to talk to Henry before I go to fight. It was Gaga. Remember he was all Gaga over Elizabeth Holmes when he was, what is he, 180? You know about Cambodia? Whoa. Got to talk to Henry. If you don't believe me, go watch Ted Koppel's piece on, I think it was on CBS Sunday morning. Interview recently. Ted Koppel's 86. He says, a lot of people here didn't even want you to do this interview. They consider you a war criminal. Ask him what he did in Cambodia. Going after Afghanistan. Whoa, let's back up. All started freaking with Uppy and the bomb. Well, it started before that. The Manhattan Project opened up the spigot and it never turned it off. They have the Immunity Act. They try to hide behind it, which Congress passed it. What's that, Price Anderson? Well, you were off in Afghanistan going after the Taliban, spending trillions and billions to get a couple thousand freaking so-called Taliban, or you went after Iraq. What? Muhammad Atta was from Egypt. The other 16 were Saudis. The 20th bombers home back in Saudi Arabia. Muhammad Atta was the ringleader. He's from Egypt. So, what are you talking about? We went after Iraq. What we did in Iraq? Whoa. So we had to go clear back to old Uppy, the Manhattan Project. When he dropped not one, not two, because he's sure the U.S. oligarchs, I will quote Edward Snowjob, who claimed he was a hacker. World's greatest hacker who was teed up to Axe Anonymous. Looks like to me Anonymous isn't gone. Our furry friends. The Manhattan Project. Everybody, so they had intelligence in Germany in 1942, 43, 34, trying to find where they had the bomb. So the intelligence came back in 43. They were talking in code, of course. Baby never born, mother never pregnant. He didn't have it, never interested in it. Why did everybody back out, including Leo the lizard who wrote it, who died in La Jolla, including, I mean, Jeff Bezos' grandpa. Look him up, Los Alamos, guys. Bezos was born to a 14-year-old mother. Where? At Los Alamos? Where? Is that real? Is that real? Is that real? Yeah, look it up. At Los Alamos? Whoa. 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 What's the elephants in the room? They're having the nuclear symposium. I'll be there. The first one ever at Waterloo in Belgium. Whoa. What's the pink elephants in the room? Whoa. 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 So they all backed out. He dropped it anyway. Him and Truman. They dropped it anyway. Then what did we do? So, Korea? Whoa, do you know about Hell's Kitchen? Whoa, I thought they were supposed to stop at the parallel. MacArthur? My dad was one of those Marines. Next to death in the Nevada test site. Semper Fi as it gets. Oh, he was Semper Fi, that dude. He used to tell me. My friends were like, he was so good looking and so beautiful and strong. He reminded me of Pat Tillman a lot. My friends were all like, whoa, that dude. I says, you know, it's all bark. You know, he'd bark at me, blah, blah, blah. That was like his personal F-troop. You know, Kevin, you and all your friends really think they're a bunch of tough guys, these young guys. You know, some of them are pretty big dudes. I think that he'd grab them. He'd, come here. He'd grab them right by their little hair, by their long hair. Just give them a little pinch. You grab them by the ear real softly. Come here. Come here. Let me tell you something. He'd say, let me let you in on a little secret, young dude. You think you're a badass? You know, there's some little teeny short dude, smallest little dude you ever seen. He's going to come around. You're going to talk shit. He's going to kick your ass. They should take every one of you young guys when you turn 18 and put you on a little rubber boat out in the Pacific Ocean and let sharks circle around you for about 4 days without any food. Then send you home to knock you down to earth. Kevin, shut the fuck up and get to work, boy. You're way too pretty to have opinion. I was not born with these scars across my face. Took years of being a peace activist in this violent place. Semper Fi. They went into Korea. What they did? Oh, Hell's Kitchen. Oh. Those Marines hated the U.S. military. Well, the politicians that sent them in. What they did there. Then it was Kissinger's turn, right? And a young guy named Dick Cheney. And the precursor, Christian Dior's son, he came around later. Well, who's that? Paul Bremer. He's a ski instructor. At Powder Mountain? No, he's in Vermont, I think. He lays in his bathtub and does paintings like George W. These warmongering freaks. Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Pat Tillman had fucking fought off 9 million gazillion off. And no, he didn't. So man shot him. He threw down the yellow flare. I am fucking Pat Tillman, his last words. Huh. Burned his journal. Go ask his brother. Go ask his mom. She's the one that had to settle it. You know? You don't care. You go along with this freak show narrative. Huh. Remember Cambodia? Remember that? Who did that? Gotta talk to Henry before. Here's the Democrats. The Party of Peace and Lib. Oh, okay. Cheryl leaks out the emails the same day Barack Obama, I never promised you a roll garden, Kissinger's puppet, who tricked everyone. Just remember all you people on the left for him. He lost, you know, that supermajority was an anti-war vote. He went 60-40 majority. It was the greatest, one of the greatest landslide political victories in history. They picked up like unbelievable amount of seats in Congress. They had a supermajority. What do you do with it? Nothing. Fukushima happens. Cheryl leaks out emails. They got leaked out by who? Anonymous. Edward Snowjob? No. He was paid to kill Anonymous. I was in the courtroom when they gave 35 years or trying to negotiate a deal. I just came out of the bone marrow transplant. That was on January 11th. Alex Hanniburn's birthday, my bloodline, the day my father died. Same anniversary. We changed birthday to 111. You do know that, me and the guy who invented it from Canada. They gave Aaron Swartz 35 years. Hey, man, and Ortiz. Hey, Harvard. Go Ivy League. 35 years for what? Downloading a server at MIT? Why would it be at MIT? Downloading the server. I've held the brick in my hand. Whoa. Oh, I was in the courtroom that day. They tried to negotiate a deal. He had good counsel. Obama wasn't about. Don't you think that had something to do with it? Why would a bee, what happened to a bee blows my mind. Why would a bee, when he came to the United States, for a Japanese PM to come to the United States, once or twice, is major. He comes here. A bee, he was not Prime Minister of Japan. Japan's run by the United States. You forget about Yalta by the Sea? You don't go into that one, do you? After the bomb, we took Japan. Even Barry Antoinette Obama let them eat yellow cake. That's the only truth he ever said. These treaties were signed long before when he drank his flat water and Flint, Michigan, and ate his fake sushi. Abe comes to where? Harvard! Harvard! Then he goes over to MIT Media Lab? Why would he go there? Remember the movie when Snowden hands the chip, Snowjob? To who? Why would he give it to him? He's a Fox News contributor. Look who he handed the chip to. And then he tells everybody, well, I didn't have a backup. He was a con man. He's a con man. He's a Fox News contributor, the guy. What about Laura? The documentary, award-winning filmmaker. What? The media endowment at MIT? The multi-billionaire? No, she can't be his daughter. Oh, yeah. Multi-billionaires. Hey, man, and Ortiz gave him 35 years. What? I knew Aaron Swartz personally. 35 years for downloading a server, nonviolent crime. They tried negotiating, then I was there that day, just fresh out of the bone marrow transplant. Edward Snowjob on 60 Minutes. It took 60 minutes, 3,000 days to tell you what Kevin Blanche told you in 1 hour. These are full-blown. Lake Barrett to Leslie Stahl. Well, these are full-blown. These are nuclear meltdown? Yeah. Where are they at? See those holes right over there? See the Pacific Ocean, which I named Del Mar, Argentina syndrome. But they're going to tell you one is more than three, Orwell. It becomes as natural as occupying a bird reg. Who's Orwell? What are you talking about? 2 plus 2, Winston. 2 plus 2, Winston, is whatever we tell you. One partial core meltdown at Chernobyl with 780,000 men entombed is much larger than 3 full meltdowns at Chernobyl and 8 cement fuel pools blown to smithereens. And the sheep believe Orwell couldn't dream this up on a hit of acid and fucking bucket of hallucinogenic mushrooms. Fucking Orwell on Balco, Orwell on chemo. 60 Minutes, Edward Snowjob. Well, had number one. He was a special forces guy? That's a lie. His mom and dad were both connected. Freaking Oliver Stone, that fucking puppet, fucking Snowjob. He jumps out of a plane, Twiggy breaks his legs. They don't recruit guys like that for special forces. My dad was one of those. Look at my Uncle Claude. Fuck, he still holds the fucking state record for the javelin. The first time he threw it when he was 16, it landed in the track, broke the state record by 9 fucking things. He's the valedictorian in fucking chemistry, the first shirt of Japan. Those were special forces guys. I mean, I looked at my dad and those uncles. They were beasts. They remind me of Pat Tillman. I got to the top. I was the number one top freaking hacker, self-proclaimed in the world. I got all the way to the top, Edward Snowjob, and found out there's another top. On 60 Minutes, he said this. What's the other top? Global oligarchs. I thought he's throwing to Argentina. How's he end up next to Tsar Putin, one of the greatest global oligarchs? Well, here we go. Poo-poo, pop, 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 pop. Oh, Uppy! Oh, Uppy popped 1945, August 6th, August 9th. I will quote Hoover again. Mr. We could use a like Hoover again. Never in the history of mankind has any military, the Romans didn't do it. They didn't do it at the lighthouse. They didn't do it at the Spartans. They didn't do it when they shot Achilles' heel. Indiscretionally mass murdered women and children. Till now, the United States has just done it. It revolts my soul. Pop, pop. Then we decided we're going to go colonialize Southeast Asia. Korea first, right? Hell's Kitchen on Balco. Send in the CIA. Send in the CIA. Bay of Pigs. Bay of Pigs. Jeff Bezos' real name isn't Bezos. Geis is his grandfather. The nuclear propagandist. Where did he get all that money to start Amazon when they weren't profitable for 10, 15 years when all the dot-coms went bursting? Not his. Oh. Bay of Pigs, Bezos. He's adopted. He was born at Los Alamos to a 14-year-old mother. Yep. Bay of Pigs, 62. Went off that. That was 60 years ago yesterday. JFK, blown away. What else do I have to say? I'm settling this. Enough of this Cold War shit. He gives the speech in 1963. He's speaking right to a guy named Kevin Blanch, one of the thousands of us, if not hundreds of us, if not millions of us. I'm 3-year-olds. National television. We're ending. We're going to get peace. I'm working with Khrushchev. We're ending this freaking Cold War. No more open air tests in Nevada. My dad, human lab ratted in the Nevada test site. Died in the prime of his life of leukemia. Beautiful, good looking guy. Hollywood Marine. I was conceived on the beach at San Onofre. The unholy alliance between the nuclear energy and the nuclear bomb. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Huh. What? Idaho National Lab? Oh, now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting it. Our furry friends. Now I'm getting it. Pop, pop. No more open air tests. You think they... Huh. Gee. These men are coming home, being human lab rat in the Nevada test site. They're getting cancer, and the kids are getting cancer. Remember when we were downwinders and fought back against downwinders? Life excavated in Utah. Not now. John Curtis says, we want more. I talked to Mike Lee right to his face. I'll get right back to you. I used to chant, Blue Castle on the Green. Why not put up a statue of Ted Bundy on I-15? I daggered Blue Castle. I daggered freaking Nuscale. No, Nuscale, Kevin Blanch is the guy that exposed all that from day one. Put it right in public. This anonymous ain't so anonymous. In full flight. They shadow ban me. They kettle me. They attack me. When I'm in critical condition. Kevin and Karen Silkwood on Camo. What they did to her. Jerry Spence, where did we find him? Wasn't he a Utah lawyer? Oh, yeah. We don't have them here. They're all on the winning team. They're freaking serfs and bootlicking puppets. Welcome to America, the old USA, home of the bootlickers. I'm going to get in the club. I'm on the team. George Carlin on Balco. George Carlin died in 2012. Ignorant, selfish people will elect ignorant, selfish leaders. And you've seen what goes on? Oh, you listen to these congressmen? I deal with them on a daily basis in Idaho, in Utah, in ignorance on Balco on chemo. Pop, pop. Oh, I'm starting to get it. 60 years ago yesterday, JFK blown away. What's it? The CIA needs to be broke up into 100 pieces. Oh, boy. So you think about the war machine. As soon as he gets in there, LBJ! LBJ! Whoa. My uncle worked for LBJ. I got so many great stories about him. Will blow your mind, that dude. Fly the plane back to freaking the United States. I need to fly a B-52 back to the U.S. I mean, now me and my mistress, we need some more Lone Star beer and some more Cutty Sark. How much Cutty Sark did he drink a day? Whoa, he's a full-blown top fueler alcoholic. Pop, pop. Oh, Oppie drops the bombs. Stop at the parallel. The MacArthur Marines, Hell's Kitchen on Balco. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went off to freaking Iraq to get Dick Cheney and friends who never did anything. No Iraqi laid a hair on everybody. Freaking ass Bremer. He's skiing. He's Christian Dior's kid. What? Democrats giving Dick Cheney a standing ovation on the House floor, one of the greatest war criminals in human history. Obama ran as a peace activist. He lost 12 Senate seats. He lost 60-something, 70, 80-something congressional seats. He lost like 11 governorships, and you still love him. Kissinger's puppet. Got to talk to Henry before I go to Fukushima. That's Hillary Clinton. And when they all got leaked out, the emails, Cheryl wrote those emails. She's got her feet up, probably in Morocco, getting a back rub with Scotty Pruitt. The same day Barack Obama stands on the White House, I never promised you a rose garden. On Thanksgiving? No. On St. Patty's Day, Dick Cheney's cousin says, the American public has the right to know the plume from the Fukushima disaster is coming over us right now. Scientists tell us it's safe, but I will keep you in the know. I will keep you in the know what I know. The exact same time, Cheryl's emails are sent to Hama, to Hillary, to everyone. If you go outside, the plume's coming over. It has radioactive fallout in it. We didn't get those. I got cancer on 11/11. I was working outside. Spray a little Roundup around. Mix it with some Fuctonium. What's Fuctonium? Kevin Blanch, the father of Fuctonium. If you have been outside, wash your clothes, take a shower, take some iodine tablets. Barack Obama full knew. Flown to freaking South America that day. His family was already there. We didn't get those emails. JFK blown away yesterday. 60 years. What else? Trumpy, he's a counterculturist. He met with a bee 17 times. I asked Trump from here to there, are you going to talk about Fukushima? In Salt Lake, it made Fox. Yes. He never mentioned it once. Barack Obama did finally mention it again right before he left office on Jimmy Kimmel. I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, Santa Susana. Did you ever get calls in the middle of the night like Hillary said in those ads? These people talk like they're in second grade. Well, what an insult to a second grader. They're like little teeny kids the way they talk. Fuck, you think? He's president of the fucking United States. The buck stops where? He says, yeah, of course I did. Like when? Like when Fukushima happened. Jimmy Kimmel. What's Fukushima? Where's Johnny Carson? Where's Don Rickles when you fucking need him? Huh. Unbelievable. You know. The tsunami. Nope, that's not what he said. Nope. Get it right, Blanche. You know the typhoon. Not the nuclear meltdown, so pop, pop. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Off to Hell's Kitchen. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Whoa, back up. Pop, pop. 1945. Went into Korea, Hell's Kitchen. On Balco, on chemo. Whoa. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Henry Cambodia. Got to talk to Henry before we go to Fukushima. Went out to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Whoa. CIA out of control. These broke up. JFK blown away. Fucking 60 years ago. Yesterday. All my dreams come far away. Let it be. John Lennon blown away. Fucking 1980. Fucking that was the day my designer freaking beautiful daughter was conceived on the beach at La Jolla. I'll be back there. What the Padres owners did, he got sick the same time I did. Pop, pop. Peace in the 90s. It started to slow down. Peace, but Henry's still running the show. What? Henry's still running. Go ask Bill. I still call Vegas on the dress. I said, can I buy that spot? I want to do some DNA. You know, Rockefeller. Wasn't he the governor when Bill got to meet John Winthrop? Now, who? Blinn was his name? Bill Clinton? What? He died in a car wreck when she was pregnant? What? Oh, I'm starting to connect some dots. Oh, I'm starting to get it. Henry's puppet show. Still Henry's puppet show. Pop, pop. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. The only one that wanted to drop it was old Uppy and Truman. I thought Wallace was going to be the president. He was the vice president for all those years. How did they find this guy? Oh! What did Stalin say? Yalta by the Sea when FDR dropped dead? What did Churchill use to poison him? What? Churchill, MI6 on Balco on I chemo. Fucking pop. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Stop at the parallel. No, I ain't stopping fucking nowhere. I'm MacArthur. I'm going all the way in Hell's Kitchen on Balco. Whoa, read about it. Whoa. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Ooh, Cambodia on Balco on chemo. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Afghanistan? Nobody from Afghanistan. They were Saudis. Muhammad Ali was Egypt. Fucking go fucking... Well, Muhammad Ali in the fucking classroom in Hamburg, Germany. Go talk to the professor there. They were Saudis. Went off to Iraq to get Dick Cheney and France a big old sack. Tsar Putin, the only thing he fucking says true. Yeah, we got a fucking civil war going on our border. You guys went halfway across the world, and how many did you fucking slaughter? Nobody from Iraq ever laid a fucking finger on anybody in the United States. Never. Same with Afghanistan. Oh, the U.S. fucking military's war plagues. Beware of the military. That was a cliche. Wasn't that Eisenhower the day before he left office? The day before John Kennedy took office? What about Bobby? I remember that day like yesterday. I'm a highway. Yesterday, freaking... John Kennedy blown away. John Lennon blown away. Bobby Kennedy blown away. How about Martin Luther? Open the door, let him in. Open the door. If you're looking for a revolution, you can count me out, Sir Paul. No. Her name was Epstein? Linda. The Epsteins. Yeah, they're Eastman changed their name. They're Epstein. What? Linda, she died of cancer? Her and Yoko went to high school together in New York? Yeah. Yoko's heir to the Japanese world? No. She's a dot artist? I thought you had to be poor to dart it. I thought you had to be poor. The Chrysanthemum Empire. To the moon! Do you know about all the conflicts between the Japanese and the Russians? Teddy solved that one. How about China and the Japanese? Whoa. The board game goes on. Pop. Oh, Appy drops. Pop. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I have the atom bomb disease. I was given 2 months to live 12 years ago. Pop. Oh, Appy drops it. Folding 1,000 paper cranes. You even know about that book? She got to 644. I have the atom bomb disease. Pop. Oh, Appy drops. One into Korea. Stop at the 39th parallel. No, we're going to turn it into hell. Got to talk to Henry, a young Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld, Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. No, he didn't. Did you know Truman? Excuse me. Did you know? Oh, Oppie died young of cancer. Did you know that Colin Powell, one of the greatest liars in human history, and Rumsfeld, what a psycho. Do you know they both died of multiple myeloma? Multiple myeloma is AML leukemia. You know what the M stands for in AML? Acute myeloid leukemia. I had acute multiple myeloma de novo leukemia. So did the Padres owner, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He sadly passed. It was just me. I'll be back in La Jolla. Saddam Hussein had weapon. No, he didn't. Pat Tillman fought up 9 million. No, he didn't. Aaron Swartz downloaded a server. Peaceful. He handed the chip to who? Fox News contributor! Ollie's going to save us. Ollie Stone, pro-nuker. Pandora's Promise on Balco. Nuscale, yay. Unicorns, freaking Easter Bunny. They roll it every half nuker. Ho, Merry fucking Christmas. No, it's Easter Bunny. Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy. Freaking, pardon that turkey. Happy fucking Thanksgiving! Yay! Go America! Go America! It used to be the old USA. JFK, yesterday. JFK blown away 60 years ago, yesterday. Pop, Uppy dropped. Stop at the parallel. In Korea, no, we're going to turn it to hell. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. We'll quote my uncle. The famous. He was the first guy. He was the guy in Japan. Look up his obituary. His name's Cloud Blanche. He just passed away. Because I was always the peace activist. Me and him batted heads about it for years. He raised me. Him and my uncle stood on D-Day on Omaha Beach. His marker, Harold Blanche. It's on the memorial in D.C. These were big, strong, beautiful, incredible. My dad. Shut the fuck up, Kevin. You're way too pretty to have an opinion. I'm not so pretty no more. I was not born with these scars across my face. It took years as a protester in this violent, with brass knuckles across the face by at a peace vigil trying to block fucking Afghanistan and Iraq by a guy who supposedly said he was a cop. Well, he wasn't a cop. Well, he was a cop. He ain't no more. He went to prison for 15 years. Tried to kill me. Sucker punched me for being a peace activist. Oh, my path. Look him up. Kevin. This is about a year before he died. Kevin. Took me a long time to wake up, but, he flew the first fighter mission into Nam. He's so decorated, his honor. He was the guy. He was a chemist, the valedictorian at BYU. Holds every record there ever fucking was in athletics to this day. Turned down the NFL to be a fighter pilot as officer in the military. Incredible guy. Anti-nuker. Anti-war. He says, it took me all these years to realize we were fighting on the wrong side in Vietnam. I tried telling you that. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Let's start again. Pop, oh, oppie, drop. True man, revolts my soul. Hoover, we could use another man like Hoover. He invented the stoplight, Hoover. Freaking went to the parallel in Korea. MacArthur says, oh no, the Marines hate him. We're going to turn it to hell. Hell's Kitchen he did. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. He's all gone. They're still there. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Billions and trillions and gazillions loot. Tax the future, give to my friends, the military industrialist complex. Yesterday. If you want a revolution, you can count me out. Mother Mary came to me. Mother Mary, that's an anti-nuclear argument between Lenin and Sir Paul. Mother Mary died young, Shella-filled of cancer. Let it be. John's like, oh, fuck you. I'm not letting it fucking be. He was an anti-nuclear. JFK blown away yesterday. John Lennon blown away. I'll never forget that fucking night. The whole country on fucking Sunday, football Sunday. It's coming right up on that incredible anniversary. I remember being on the beach at La Jolla. I met that freaking incredible girl that night. She tore off her clothes, swimming in the ocean. I'm by the fire pits. I'm like, whew. You see my gypsy. We dance in the Mediterranean Sea with the daughter we created. I remember that night. Monday Night Football. Howard Cosell! Frank Gifford's wife, Nancy. Or no, Kathy Lee Epstein. Frank Gifford's freaking wife. Frank Gifford. Oh, what an athlete. Are you kidding? What a fucking athlete. The great Howard Cosell. Love Howard Cosell. Muhammad Ali, the peace activist. Remember at Nam? Howard, let me tell you, Howard, what's going to happen when I fight fucking Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain want to fight me? Will Chamberlain and my grandson got in this big old argument about Mike Tyson and fucking Muhammad. Well, Mike Tyson in his youth, he might not knock you out, might just kill you, but no, he wouldn't laugh. He wouldn't get a paw on Muhammad. He would float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He was a genius. He was a genius. Let me tell you, Howard, when I fight the great Will Chamberlain, I'm going to fight him. He wants to fight me. Here's what you're going to hear, Howard. Here's what you're going to hear. What is it, Muhammad? Come on, Muhammad. You're not saying nothing. Here's what you're going to hear, Howard. Come on, Muhammad. You're not saying a fucking word. What are you saying? Come on, Muhammad. Come on, Muhammad. What are you doing here? Timber! He was a genius. My grandson got to go to his grave there in freaking Louisville. I always remember his great quote. He promoted himself. He says, I won a gold medal in '60. I'm the most famous man. I brought home the gold. I wrapped myself in the flag. He says, I went into Louisville to that restaurant where I used to always go. I wanted to sit at the big table. I knew the owner. I used to wash dishes there when I was a kid. That's where they stole my wagon when I was little, and he found me. He says, fight back. Poetry? Oh, fuck, he was a genius. Somebody needs to write a book just about his fucking wit and his fucking improv. Fucking one of the greatest wit improvs in history. George Carlin on fucking with fucking hands of fucking stone. I went in and sat down, and I knew the owner personally. He come in and he says, you can't sit here, Muhammad. You know that. I mean, Cassius. You do know the story between Cassius and Malcolm X. And, you know, the whole, well, they know who, everybody sit there and watched who shot Malcolm X. They zipped up the mosque in freaking New Jersey. You know, Cory Booker had one of the guys that shot him on his ad, his commercial. Watch the documentary that young guy put together from Brooklyn. It's perfect. They knew who did it. Everybody sit there and watched who did it. I used to say, you want to go over to the Williamsburg McDonald's to see the guy who did time? He's out on work release who supposedly killed Malcolm X. We used to go over there and visit with him. He used to work on work release in Williamsburg, you know. Just like the rabbi who's going crazy now in Williamsburg. I know that guy personally. He used to walk the streets with me in New York when, hands up, no nukes, who streets? Our streets, anonymous on Balco, on chemo, freaking Aaron Swartz, freaking who's Danielle Willard? What's Fukushima? Pop, pop, uppy dropped. Pop, pop, uppy dropped. Went off to freaking pop, pop, uppy dropped. You stop at the 39th parallel in Korea. MacArthur. Hell no, I'm going to turn it into hell. Freaking Hell's Kitchen on Balco on chemo. Nuke your own men in the Nevada test site. Oh, they did my father. John Kennedy gave that speech. I was 3. Oh, I got leukemia. I was given too much to live. I don't eat, sleep, drink it. I sleep with it. Pop, pop, oh, oppie dropped. Went into freaking Korea. Went too far. Turned it into Hell's Kitchen. Went to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Gotta talk to Henry before I go to Fukushima, Cambodia, on freaking 60 Minutes this year, 86-year-old to 100-year-old. Well, a lot of people on this freaking show didn't even want to do this thing. They consider you nothing but a war criminal. If you called Tsar Putin right now, would he take your call? Yeah, I got his number. If you called Z, would you go? Yeah, he's still running the show. Gotta talk to Henry before I go to Fukushima. What? One of the greatest freaking war criminals in human history? Dick Cheney getting a standing ovation on the How About Democrats. I thought they were the party of peace. I thought they were the party of environment. You've been had. You've been had. Freaking all started at the Manhattan Project. They turned on the spigot. They never got the hairy friends. Popping. Well, you know, if you can clone us, Catwoman, Batman and Robin, Catwoman, cat dog, cat dog, cat dog, cat dog, cat dog, cat dog, cat dog. If you can clone us, that we'll leave you alone, because that's what they are. SMRs. It's free money. Pop, pop. Oh, uppy drop. Went into freaking Korea. Freaking turned it to hell. Went to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. They're still there. Went to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went off to Iraq to get Dick Cheney and friends and Bremer, Christian Dior, a freaking big old sack so he can fucking live in comfortably and paint his paintings, fucking his landscape scenes, and lay in his bathtub and drink fucking Busch Light and be a ski instructor in Vermont. Off into the sunset. How many? The oligarchs, including Snowjob. Make it rain in Ukraine. The Middle East of Eden. The new 9/11. 10/7. Gotta talk to Henry before I go to Fukushima. Our hairy fucking handed gent. He went amuck in Kent. I'd love to meet his fucking tailor. Whoop! I would show you the Queen's wills, but it would not excite you. One night in Bangkok. One night in Warsaw. Chop, chop. Pop, pop. Oh, oppie dropped. They turned freaking Korea. Stop at the parallel. No, I'm going to turn it to hell. Cambodia, Kissinger's puppets, Obama, Trump, sliding with genocide Joe Biden. Went after Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Went after Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. We'll give Cheney and friends a freaking big old sack. The freaking Edward Snowden job sitting by one of the greatest oligarchs. I got all the way to the top, and I hacked in and found there was another top. Who's the other top? Global oligarchs. Pop, pop, oh, up he dropped. Pop, pop, oh, up he dropped. We turn fucking Korea, stop at the parallel. We turn it to hell. Fucking go to fucking Afghanistan to kill it. Nope, nope. Go to fucking Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Cambodia, 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 Cambodia. We had peace in the 90s. We had peace in the 90s. George W. Bush won Florida in 2000. Oh, did he? Did he? Oh, did he? Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Oh, did he? Oh, did he? Oh, did he? Jessica Lynch fucking got a Congressional Medal of Honor. Fought a fucking... Oh, did she? When she said they saved her life. Fucking Fukushima. 3 full-core meltdowns won't hurt you. Won't do anything. And it's bigger than one, Winston. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Nobody from Afghanistan. Went off to Iraq to get Dick Cheney and friends a big old sack. Oligarchs make it rain in Ukraine. I got all the way to the top. Edward Snowden job. I found out there's another top. Global Out one. I thought he was going to freaking South America. He's sitting next to the greatest oligarch. Happy Thanksgiving. Glad to be alive. Long live Aaron fucking Swartz. Long live Aaron Swartz. Long live Aaron Swartz. Our hairy freaking friends. Our hairy happy friends. Clone us some freaking... Can't connect those fucking dots. A hairy-handed gent. Oh, he went amok and can't. I'd really love to meet his fucking tailor. What happened to him? What happened to Zappa? What happened to Frank Church? Yesterday, JFK blown away. Bobby Kennedy blown away. Martin Luther blown away. CIA. What else do I have to fucking say? The military-industrial war. Beware of the military-industrial freaking complex. You wouldn't listen to Eisenhower. You wouldn't listen. Capitulation, Middle East Dividend by Kevin D. Blanche. Stay tuned.